So here's our last example of solving logs, and this one is what I call mixed practice. You're going to be using more than one property in each example, and frequently that's what it is. It's not just one thing, so it's recognizing the different ones and which do we do first. We'll call this mixed practice. So solving logs with log properties. Mixed practice. All right. So this is example 4. Log base 2 of n equals 1/3 times the log base 2 of 27 plus the log base 2 of 36. Okay, so just press pause for a minute and kind of look and see what's happening. Well, 1, I have the word log written 3 times. I have one of them on this left side and I have 2 of them on the right side. So more than likely, I'm going to need to do something that combines the 2 on the left. Right. This is the right, sorry, long morning. This is the right side. I'm going to need to do something that combines those, and notice what's in between them, a plus sign. So think about your properties that involves adding 2 logs. Okay. They're all in base 2. Great. We'll be able to solve it. And what? I have logs on both sides. So at some point, I might use the log property of equality that says log base b of this equals log base b of that. So I might use the property of equality. I might use this product property because I'm adding. And do you notice anything else on this one? Look right out here. 1/3. I have a number multiplying out in front of the word log. So before you do the product property and before you do the property of equality, let's take care of this power out, or this multiplying factor that's going to go up here and end up being a power. Let's take care of him first when we're condensing. Okay. So this guy is going to come right there and be a 1/3 power. And then, of course, got to think about what that means. So log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 27 to the 1/3 power. We'll talk about that. Plus log base 2 of 36. So again, before we go on to this, let's think about what that means. The 1/3 power is not cubing, but it's cube root. So can we take the cube root of 27? Of course we can. The cube root of 27, what to the 3rd power is 27? Well, it's 3. The cube root of 27 is 3. So let's simplify this. Log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 3 plus log base 2 of 36. And this goes up here. So those sorry, I made those a little low, or I squished them too much. I should have had more space. There. That looks better. Okay, so this doesn't have anything to do with him. He has to do with that one. Now what's happening? Well, I dealt with the power. Now what? Well, before I can't do log property of equality yet because I don't have log of this equals log of that. I have log of this equals the sum of 2 logs. So I got to do something with the sum. And think back, our product property says the sum of 2 logs is the same as the log of the product of the arguments. Okay, so the first thing, let's come over here and say what we did. We used the power property, or the power rule for logs. I use that right there. And then, of course, I took the cube root, right? So cube root, we did that. Yeah, cube root of 27 is 3. All right. Now, what are we going to do? Now we're going to use the product property for logs that says uh, the sum of the logs is the same as the product of their arguments. So I can write it this way. Log base 2 of n equals, and go back and look at your notes from example 1 and look at this property. I mean, I'm not going to keep rewriting it out, but look at that property, right? Log, or look in the PDF of the notes that I've made, log base 2 of 3 times 36. That is the product property. Okay. So now we're going to do some multiplying. Yeah, we're going to multiply 3 times 36, and 3 times 30 is 90, and 3 times 16 is 8. 3 times 6, sorry, is 18. So 90 and 18 is 108. Log base 2 of n equals log base 2 of 108. Oh man, now where are we? Log base 2 of this equals log base 2 of that. Now, since I have logs on both sides that are equal to each other, now and only now can I set their arguments equal to each other. And this is the log property of equality. So what do we have? We have this argument, n, equals this argument, 108. And can I take the log of 108? Yep, I can. That is in the domain of logs. All right, sweet pea. So I know that these properties, it's a lot. I've given you 4 properties today, and you're like, holy schmoly, this is a heck of a lot to work with. And it is. And is there a shortcut to make it easy? No, there's not. So we just got to jump in the deep end. And I've given you a life jacket. I've given you 4 properties. And the best way to get to know them is to just get messy. Just get in there and try and work. And, do the first odd one that I gave you. And then look in the back of the book. Did you get it right? If you did, hooray! If you didn't, try something else. Don't erase. Get it, try something else. And after two or three chances, if it doesn't work, okay, set that one aside and go to the next one. I think, though, that you'll be more successful than you expect. Good news, we're going to stick with this today and the next time. Next time, I'm just going to give you some different problems on these same properties. Make sure that you go to the Zoom meeting tomorrow. I will post that on Google Classroom. We've got to ramp up our security because of some Zoom bombing, not at our school, but some other places. So I will post that on Google Classroom and you can check it. I know that you're going to do great. I love you and I miss you and I believe in you. So I know this is complicated. All right. It is, but you can do it. I believe that you can. So do your best and try. Let me hear from you. I look forward to seeing you at our Zoom meeting. And so until then, love you.